Here's a good question. Would either of y'all, well, you're a little bit younger, so you'd probably say no to this, but I'm still gonna ask. Would either of one of y'all date younger than y'all's age?
No. Me, no. I have gone on a date with a younger man, yeah.
How was that experience?
Yeah, how was that?
It was lovely, but
She's trying so hard not to be real.
Yeah.
no, it was lovely, but I just feel like he was on a different path than I was, and I politely told him that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if someone ghosts you, that is some coward ass shit, right?
Oh, 100%.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, 100%.
Hey,
I agree.
We deal with this shit all the time.
I agree.
We
I
deal
agree.
with that
This
all
goes
the
for
time.
women and men.
Y'all should
okay?
just say, hey,
But
I'm
that's
not
why.
interested.
That's why. Again, I talk about this all the time. But you have to be intentional in how you move, right?
Absolutely.
So you voice what it is that you're looking for. Now, if it doesn't work out for you, cool. Hey, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, it was
Yeah.
it was a good time. We had a really good time, but I just think that his path was different than mine, and I just politely said, like, "Hey, you're a really great guy. I wish you all the best. I hope we can stay friends."
Friends is crazy.
But
Yeah, that doesn't ever work out.
no,
Yeah.
it probably won't.
Friends with
because-
benefits, maybe.
No,
Yeah, no, that's cool.
no, but it's fine. But I wanted to just be respectful in his feelings too, right? Because he put himself out there and reached out to me, and
How much younger was he? At the time, whatever time this was.
he
Like
was
the
like
age discrepancy.
3 years younger than me.
Yo, you're tripping. I would have gave him a
No,
chance.
it's just
I'm saying if I've heard her situation.
No,
I'm
you
just
know
saying,
what?
yo,
Look,
like,
you know-
that's not that big of an age.
You know-
gap.
you know
no,
why?
It's not.
It's
It's,
not.
not. That's why I went on a date with him. But the
Okay.
path was different. I
Okay.
think the path of what he was
the
on
future.
was different than what I was on.
Yeah, I feel that, women dating someone who's younger, it's like automatically you don't have the same respect for a man that's older. And I'll tell you why,
I see
right?
what you're
Because,
saying,
when you think, in your case, you say 35, right? Or 36?
36.
36? You meet someone at 33 now. You're not, you're kind of thinking, well, okay, he's kind of going through a stage. Automatically, you're probably like, he's probably not in the same level as I am. But you meet a guy who's 39. Okay, I'm saying he's probably has his life together or some. You would expect that without really getting to know the person
Right.
just because he's older. So instantly, I mean, instinct would tell you, this guy is older. He's got more experience than I do, so I can learn something from him. And I think that you would actually allow yourself to be more submissive towards a man that's automatically older without getting to know him. So you would think ahead and be like, no, you would.
Psychologically.
100%.
It's all in their mind.
Yeah, for sure.
It's in their mind.
No, for sure.
No, I wouldn't, because I have, and I respect what you're saying, but the men even older than me still don't got their shit together.
But
So-
but we're not talking about you knowing the guy or knowing everything about him or anything like that. Say you match with a guy on Hinge or you meet a person and out in the world, right? And so you know that he's 3-4 years older than you.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about him, but your instinct tells you this man probably already has his life together, rather than a man who's younger
No.
than you.
It's the conversation. It's the mentality where he's at. Is what's gonna age is
No, age is everything.
Don't say age is a number because
no
I'm about
age
to.
is
You should have gave
age
him a
is not
chance.
age is not
But
just a number.
I'm talking
but,
about prior to conversation. I'm talking about you just see him and
that's
that's
just attraction.
But exactly.
That's just attraction. But I
Yeah.
can be attracted to a 34-year-old.
But you wouldn't see him the same way as a 39-year-old.
Not necessarily, because it's gonna go towards the conversation. How does he say, "Hey, beautiful," or does he say,
What's up, girl?
Yeah, I would say what's
yeah.
up. I ain't saying hey,
Where Melinda
beautiful.
at? Come through.
But real quick, saying hey beautiful to me is like you're putting her on a pedestal already.
saying?
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
saying "Hey, beautiful" is so basic and so
You're putting her on a pedestal.
it's so
As a
like,
man.
what are we doing?
That's why I just be like, hey, what's
It depends on the approach, because if you're out in person,
Yeah.
right? It depends on the approach, right? I meet someone at a bar and, I just have I think she's attractive, whatever. We lock eyes from across the bar. I mean, I'm not going to go up to her and tell her, hey, I just want to let you know you're beautiful, right? I'm
up?
just
I've done
gonna,
that before. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. But the approach is different, right? So it's like, hey, look, I don't want anything in return. I just want to let you know you're very pretty. Have a great rest of your night.
Yeah.
Walk away.
I've done that
That's
before.
respect. That's
Walk away
yeah.
completely.
Hey, I do that.
She'll
shit,
find you at the
yeah.
end of the night.
I do that shit, but
Yeah.
not at the club though. I just be
At
doing
a
that to
bar,
random-
lounge,
I do that
whatever
to
the case
random
is.
girls at the gym. So if I ever told you that, it was just a compliment.
You should never do that. At the club.
I was just. No, I've done it before, but even then, actually, one of these girls was like a nurse, and I was like, I'm glad I never got a reply back from this girl.
Yeah.
Literally, she ghosted me.
Why?
Straight ghosted me. No, I don't know.
Because she was a nurse.
I'm
or
pretty
what?
sure she was talking to somebody else. I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure.
Oh, a
I'm
lot
pretty
of-
sure, like,
I think
because
so.
because the conversation is like a pretty thick bubble, and then a pretty thick bubble, and then another pretty thick bubble.
Yeah, she was.
And then it
was
just
ghosted.
reduced.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was ghosted after that. So I was like,
KK.
damn, okay. Like we were both
K.
having
I
a
use
quick
that.
little good
Jesus
conversation.
Yeah.
Like she was sending a good
felt the
paragraph.
energy.
I was feeling a good paragraph, and then it was like, all right, cool. She never replied, so I didn't hit her back
Yeah.
up. Let a week go by, hit her back up, no reply. I'm like,
But I
bet.
think
And
honestly,
still see her at the gym, and I'm like,
honestly,
bet.
look, I
Didn't
think
talk
it's
to you.
I think for you to be different when it comes to texting or getting to know somebody through a phone, don't text them right away. Call them instead. Wait
Yeah.
wait a few
Yeah.
days and call them.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and just
Well, this
throw
shit
them
was
off
like
a little
year
bit.
ago,
Yeah.
bro. This is a
Yeah,
year.
no, for sure. I get it.
And she's a nurse, so I'm glad I didn't talk to her. She over here trying to smash the
Brian
doctors and
David,
shit.
okay, Brian David said we should bring on Latel's ex on the chat. Like,
Ooh, we should.
get
Who
his
is that?
story.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
If you're watching, you
Wait.
should like go in the chat.
Supposedly
I'm really
you
trying to
follow them, so is he even here?
I tell you, you got to talk your shit right now because we're gonna bring him on and hear the other side.
Yeah, we gotta hear both sides.
That's
you gotta
crazy.
say what it is.
Yeah.